Alright, so we've got the pattern roughed out. I've got the top of it welded. So I'm liking how it looks. So we're going to do the beak, the cheek piece, and the tail. So my next step is to cut the pattern off the helmet and lay it out into the steel. So we're going to use 1.6 for these pieces. For the tail, we're going to use a 1.2. And the reason we're going to use 1.2 is the overlap. So those plates will sit over each other, and this bottom plate will have a rolled edge. So we just don't need any thicker steel. So when you're thinking about a helmet, you need to think about weight distribution. Is it going to be too heavy at the front? Is it going to be too heavy at the back? And that all comes into play. So I've been working on the brim. It's coming out alright. It's looking all good. Got a little bit of a high spot just here. So we'll need to shrink that a little bit. So next thing I'm going to do is cut here. That's where the cheek pieces are going to go. And then we'll do the tail. So I've also brung in this curve here a little bit more, just to give it a little bit more of a translate. So I'll just grind that weld off. And then we'll have two lames coming off the bottom here. So we've got the cheek plates. They should sit there like that. And that should come around. So I've cut out the pieces. So our first job is to dish this area through here and flare that section there. So I've lightly dished the cheek piece and I've put in a flare there. So I need to bring in the cheek piece a little bit more, but we're just trying to get the right height and the right shape. So the next stage is I'm going to attach the hinge that will be countersunk into this part here. So I've notched out a little piece within the cheek piece, and that will go there. So I've still got a little bit of cleaning up to do just down here. And just round that a little bit more. So when it opens up, now I haven't decided about this part here, whether I just want to cut that off and give it a nice straight line or leave it like that. But the idea is the visor comes down and locks it into place. So once the visor's down, the cheek pieces can't open up. Alright, so the next step I've got is on the back of the helmet, is to do this lane here. So I've done that simply by getting a piece of paper, laying it on like so, and if you can see in the light there, you can see where the actual helmet is and how far it sticks off. So we want it sitting about there, and then we'll make another lane that's slightly bigger that will sit from there. So this is overlapped the whole way, so are going to use 1.2, which is a lot thinner than everywhere else, but it will help the weight reduction of the actual helmet. So for me, I want to cut on the inside of this black line. It doesn't matter so much about this back side cut, it's more about getting that top cut nice. Alright, so I have my lame cut out. No, this is a bit of paper. Now the lame's underneath it. How lame. Ha ha ha. Alright, sorry about those bad jokes. Alright, so I got my lame cut out. And I want to give it a gentle dish. But what I want to do is dish the bottom section more than the top section. So I'm going to do that by using a smaller hammer. And I'm just going to start from the center and work my way out on both sides, only on the bottom, letting the top form naturally around the curve. And And that's so I can get more of a spread on the bottom of the helmet. So it almost does that shape. You'll see what I mean when we put it on the helmet. Starting to lock the shape. Looking straight down on it, we can see that this side here could probably do a little bit less. No, sorry, this side here needs it a little bit more. Just through there. Nice. So it's got that straight, then curving out. So I'm going to do one more run on the very outside, just to see if I can't get that. Not so worried about it, because when I put the next plate over the top, I can, once I've got them both attached, then I can turn this back over and match them up perfectly. So for now, that's probably pretty good. Let's go put on the helmet and see how well it fits. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So I've done the same thing. I've got the paper over the top. Now, because we're going to put a rolled edge on the bottom of this, I've allowed myself some extra material. I'll probably trim this down a little bit once I've cut it out. But we're just going to repeat the same process for this next lane and screw it on in line with that one, which is in line with that. So I've made up the second lane here, put the rolled edge onto it, and I think it's just a bit long compared to that gap there. So what I'm going to do is mark off a line about there all the way around. So take a strip all the way around and just trim it down a little bit, which would make that plate there slightly longer. I've gone and attached the bottom lanes here and here. I've got the back ones. So yeah, it's starting to look right. Still have a little bit more plenishing to do up here. It's just a few little bumps. This jaw plate here in particular, I think it needs to go in more. Not quite happy with the way that's looking side on. Still got the other side to do to match and getting it perfectly lined up. So this is where we're going to leave it for this video. So when we come back to it, we'll be doing the cleanup of the helm, the making of the faceplate. So thanks for watching All Fired Up. End of part 2. So next week we'll put out part 3. So thanks everyone for watching, and give me some comments. Tell me your thoughts. Alright guys, bye.